lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing. The only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You know, look at the stars,
right.
ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. And this with that jab. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Oh, that right uppercut scored. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Nice counter. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Straight right just misses. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Perfect counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
That jab's slick.
And here's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Which Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? That jab doesn't score. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Clark, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. You play, mother boy.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Perfect punch. Good counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. There's a counter shot. Oh, no! Ali is down! I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, four, five. Are you okay?
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up. Took a deep.
Get out there and switch on. Get this ball.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast the round. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Counter punch right up the middle. Just missed with that hook. A perfect counter lands. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed. Well, hold on a second, Johnny. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. It appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he scores with the counter. being exerted here. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two.
Get your mind right.
Back at it in round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Disaster averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again.
Whoa, Johnny! Muhammad Ali in trouble, but surely he'll find a way out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? How are they still standing?
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Can't find a home for that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Let's see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
Yeah, the hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and say with lock and key and combination. Keep it low and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, and keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They will let me when you shining, but they want to talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Yeah, that time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, if I had a penny for everyone doubted me, I'll make $1 million a month off a salary. Picture me rolling, go look at the gallery. I've been eating now, look at the calories. No, I've been out up on the road, trying to make it to my goals. Had a lot of friends in the past when I quit on me, had a fold. I remember being told, son, don't ever say it's sold. For the girls, for the cars, for the fame, for the riches, for the gold. Y'all been chasing material things, I've been chasing my dreams. Stay close to the team, I don't ever need no reason to leave. Heard the birds in the trees, telling me it is a breeze. As you can see, I do it with ease, wanna make it then believe. That time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, one time for the one time, off rebound, I rewound. In the meantime, I stack up, this win my reward.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale. Alexander Usyk, the former Smokin' Joe.
This bout is
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. There's a counter shot. He misses with that straight left. We wanted action, and they are delivering. puncher just got countered. Can't score with that jab. That counter shot lands. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every switch.
Hook misses. His stamina is off the charts. Been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. How about that time counter shot? You don't want to trade shots. When you're training to fight a swarmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee, just pick-pop and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
And they are giving us action. They exchange punches. Those counter punches have to hurt. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complete.
There's the bell for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. The right hook misses. Well done with that counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. When you're at a reach disadvantage, you want to get out of the middle of the ring and push your opponent against the ropes.
Sometimes I've been in with fighters that don't know what to do, don't have to break it down. Then you get a little dirty.
Another scoring shot there. Beautiful counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Good counter punching. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And down goes Alexander Usyk. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all right?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. Swing and a miss with that hook. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then get...
The bell rings and we start the third. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen.
Whoa, Johnny! Usyk might go down here. What an upset! Looks like trouble was averted.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
What quit sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
A perfect counter shot. Catch and shoot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Punch, counter punch. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's alright to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Just hold it right there. Usyk. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Ukrainian in big trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Alexander Usyk in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to...
Don't worry about it.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one up. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? He misses with that straight left. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. The perfect counter lands. Counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Missing with that jab. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. This is the beginning of round 6. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
What they say now. I like to welcome everybody out to the Samurai. Indeed. Here we go, one second. Really need. Very beautifully, alliterated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Really need. What you got? Very beautifully alliterated. A little battle raps for you. So alive. Come on through. Big eyes looking like skies and binoculars. 2 nights live singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it. A long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise islands sublime and save assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein of gang violence meets the gang's demises in it. Bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane, Irish stylish. Same shoe in different sizes, with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds. Really need. Very beautifully, alliterated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Really need. Very beautifully alliterated. What's up? Little battle raps for you. So come on through. The unamplified, fantasized land of the soon-to-be fans of the samurai. Smile wide, got the panorama camera vibe. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized. Just without the glamour or the gala ties. Man, I'm more alive with the jazz guys eating piano pies at the Vanguard. She's an artist and staff. A couple dollars in the band job as a half a turkey Sam, organic and it's hand carved and ours. If you ask for a piece, freshly laughed for singing jazz in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach.
I'm Todd Grisham, and there is a buzz in the air here tonight. We're at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. This multi-time heavyweight Eastern assassin.
This battle.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event. And there's the bell to start round 1.
The
like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Well done with that counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Looking at social media right now, Johnny, and the entire boxing world is buzzing about this battle under the stars.
It's been a long, long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been out in the sun, they've been having a good time. But this is what they've been waiting for. This crowd can be very unpredictable and kind of sensible. It's night time now. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done and perform.
Good counter punching. Only catching air with that hook. Tried to score with the uppercut. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Beautiful counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute.
On to the second round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hits and don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
Straight right just misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Catch and shoot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. The perfect counter lands. How about that time counter shot? It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
You've got to be like Oliver Twist. Be a pickpocket, in and out. Don't stand there and be so obvious.
Nice counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Unleashed counterpunch. Holding nothing back here in the round. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The straight right just misses. Swing and a miss for that jab. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right.
Let's get it started in round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Incredible work rate. The straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming. Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. They exchange punches. And he scores with the count. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your mind back on the job. Great. I love that.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. He threw a punch and just got countered. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always Tyson Fury. I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. So apparently the referee deems it's not that serious, and this fight moves on. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
I need you to get back out there.
And there's the bell for round 5. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And down goes Fury! You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your blood.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Nice counter shot. Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
score with that right uppercut. The straight right just misses. Tyson Fury in serious trouble. I don't see how he's going to get out of this. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Back together. Don't worry about that one. Let's go out.
Let's start the 6th. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. That left hook missed. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Counter shot. Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
Just like another like TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass over. TKO is spot on.